Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Gamestah TV 1, round number 5 of tonight's ZOWIE Gamestah Overwatch League qualifiers. And it is week 4. It's been a cracker so far. We've seen a bunch of new teams tonight. We've seen some old faces returning under new names. Well, we've got a special one for you tonight as well. We've got Big, who qualified for the playoffs in the first round, in the first week of ZOWIE, going up against Team Expert, and Team Expert making a name for themselves really last week. Of course, we know that Team Expert for the playoffs picked up the core roster of Jalapeno Job, picked up their points as well. We approved that whole transfer. So this is the second week that Team Expert are playing with their 4-player core roster from Jalapeno Job and to Team Expert stalwarts, shall we say. Well, it's round number 5. Shout out to the manager or the team owner of Team Expert who's requested this match to be broadcast. And that's a reminder to you all, ladies and gentlemen, if you want your match broadcast here on Gamestah TV, just go to gamestah.com, hit the request button, give us the details, and we'll cover it. Not just our own competitions, we'll cover it. The boys from Oz Fortress invited us to cover some matches of theirs as well from the Heroes League. I'm sure that offer is still open, so if you'd like us to bring you some coverage, we'd be happy to do so. Other games as well, Rocket League, Heroes of the Storm, CSGO, hit that request button and we'll look after you just like we're going to be looking after Team Expert and Big. Your casters tonight, once again, on the play-by-play, it's going to be Bobby J, and he's going to be joined by Mickzerofive, who's a bit of an old face here at Gamestah, and most welcome. Bobby J, take it away.
Thank you very much, Crisis. Here with my old pal, Mickzerofive. What's going on, Mick?
Yeah, not a lot. Just finished my own game and just keen to shoutcast some Overwatch. I love not playing. I love just watching and analysing and enjoying the competition and the level of competition in Australia. It's really good to watch.
And we have Big versus Team Expert coming up now in round number 5 on Ilios. So Big is currently 2-2 with Team Expert 1 win, 1 draw, 2 losses. So both teams need a win here.
Yeah, a little bit about their team. They actually picked up Lush from Aaron/MF's team. I can't remember what their team name is, but he's a recent recruit for their team. Don't know who he's replacing, but I know he's got really sharp aim. He was the sniper, I think, for MF's team. And my good friend Quat, who I used to play Quake Live with, Sammy Tiara, if you're from the Quake Live scene. But yeah, 2-2. So it's a really close match. I definitely couldn't pick a winner. Definitely not on Ilios. It's so it's just a coin flip for me. And a shout outs to Blizzard.
With Big currently standing at number 12 on the ZOWIE Gamestah leaderboard, and then we've got Team Expert at number 9 with a really good showing last week, and they made it into the quarterfinals, Mick.
Yeah, no, I remember seeing them. We didn't cast their game, I don't think, but I think they took a map off a team, did they, or did they just lose straight out? Either way, hopefully they got some experience and learned something from playing a higher level team, and that's like sort of that's the best that you can get out of if a loss is always just learning and analyzing what we did wrong, what we could do better, learning other things, what the other team did good, maybe taking some of that and putting it in your own team. So hopefully they'll show up against Big, and I know Big. I know both their teams are relatively close in skill, so it should be a great game.
And we have Big is one of the good Big. Well, not one of the good. They are a good team, but one of the top teams currently. As we have them on the power rankings, they are ranked number 8. So they've only slipped 1 position since last week. They were number 7, but they've missed a few weeks here and there. So they'll be looking to regain some of their ranks.
Yeah, and actually we've got a special cast commentator with us tonight, don't we? Is it GyMaR? GyMaR? How do we pronounce it? Sorry, mate.
Pronounce GyMaR, no worries. No one can get it right. You should have heard EJ earlier. He couldn't get it right, so no worries.
What do you think of the teams tonight, GyMaR?
Yeah, well, both these teams are quality teams. I'm actually really interested to see who wins this because I like you, can't pick a winner.
Yeah, I mean, Expert had the merge with geez, a flamingo job, jalapeno job, whatever you want to, jalapeno job. Yeah, so I know
Flamingo
I've
job.
played against both these teams before, and they've both just beaten us. So nothing to say bad about my team, but yeah, like both these guys, these guys are like just under the sort of the top 4 or 5, I reckon, and obviously looking to smash it this week in the qualifiers, get there Thursday, hopefully take a map or a game off a top 4 team and make a name for themselves.
And we're in round number 5, Ilios. So teams need to get these wins. So usually we see the teams, you have to get at least 4 wins to qualify. So maybe a little bit different with 5 teams going in this week, Mick.
Sorry, what's happened? Can you
okay, I have to bring up the speed, mate.
I've been playing, mate. I've been playing. I don't know what's going on.
Sorry, mate.
You've been not playing.
Debated the Oz Fortress game. So
yeah.
So what happened this week? Chiefs can't play this week, so that means they've been taken out. They were the number 2 spot in the playoffs, so they've been gone. So Woodcocks were number 3, so they've gone up to number 2. Jam's gone up to number 4. So that means we have ranks 4 seeds down, 4 down to 8 are all open for the qualifiers tonight. So we have 5 teams advancing.
Cool. Yeah, great opportunity for more teams in that sort of mid-tier bracket to really push the top 3 now for this week. But I think is Tainted Minds. Do you say Tainted Minds isn't playing as well?
No, they're not playing either.
They're not playing either. Okay,
yeah, they're on RF land this weekend. So
I would expect. I did have a quick look at the teams that are playing tonight. Orbit really played well on at the RF land that we casted on Saturday. Was it Sunday?
Yeah, Saturday night.
Saturday, wasn't it? Saturday night, that's right. Yeah, Orbit had really good teamwork. And I knew a couple of their players actually when we got in the game. So very, very good FPS players from other games. So I think they've got a good chance to definitely make an impact on Thursday with now this opportunity to have that sort of 4th. I guess we're going to get a 4th seed out of tonight. So yeah, hopefully they keep winning their matches and can secure that spot.
And we have our game getting underway now. And shout out to Orbit GG for winning RF Land 54's Overwatch competition over the weekend. So would have been a ridiculous feat for them because I know that Biza and Scrib were casting for 16 hours.
Yeah, and they were up against the chefs or whatever.
The mind of a chef.
The mind of the chefs, yeah. So obviously quality side they played against. I actually found out who that support player was, that Lucia. Yeah, that was Reps Misses. So I didn't realize until tonight. I asked, I was like, who's Wild X? So obviously they were really short on players and Reps Misses stepping up to the plate, showing Rep how to play video games. That's really good to see. Tonight, obviously, we've got the lineups. GyMaR, anything surprising you see off the bat?
Oh, this Kree just switched to a Tracer, and CKM's Kree, if he doesn't switch off that, Kree's not the best pick in my opinion now.
The team's set to go as the doors unlocked. And shout out to Juzzy, by the way, for subscribing to Gamestah TV. So much love, Juzzy. I've seen you around from time to time. So thanks for the support, brother. It means a lot to us here at Gamestah. So we will give you the big thank you. And we've got the teams now fighting inside the little pit. Reminds me of the Bloodsport pits in World of Warcraft in BC. And that's the Lich King. So here we go with the monkeys going ham. But with ZOWIE picking up the first kill there, JT the Beast and Lush picking up kills respectively here. As we've got Big pushing them out and they're going to get the first cap of the game.
Yeah, it was a really quick trade. The Tracer and the Soldier died from each team, and then it was like a little bit of a drawn-out 5-on-5. But yeah, Big just stamped their foot in the ground and then pushed really aggressive as well, which is really good to see. I love that chase down. You got to hunt the rest of the players and make sure they're delayed spawns.
Big lost their game last round to Global Sanction, so they'll be very hungry for the win here. 21% ticking now. Quack and Lush pick up kills now. So we have them moving back a little bit, Big, holding behind the Zarya there. As we've got Space trying to get into the back around here, the back line, but he's fallen flat. And the team isn't didn't get the push on there, so strong hold.
Yeah, and yeah, Big just they fell back a little bit off the point, which is really good. Gave a little bit of space to re-engage, and yeah, just it's really hard on this King of the Hill map to take the point back. So we'll see what Expert can come up with.
We've got McCree with the Zarya shield in, but they've got the res coming in there from Mercy. They've got the Zarya going down as well, caught 3 members whole. And managed to stay alive here as they got the Lucio helping them here along with the Mercy. They've jumped onto the point now with the Death Blossom. Picked up 1 kill here. Leo's still hovering around. Kron's trying to slap some people off the map. Lucio's doing a good job of staying on the map here, but they're capping in the background as we've got Tracers trying to get a hold of them, and they've managed almost to cap it on 67, 60. There we go, they've only capped there now.
Yeah, really early res coming out from Face. So he only resed 1 player, the Tracer. I don't really know if it was worth it, and he resed really quickly as well. He probably could have waited a couple of seconds before popping it just to see if anybody else died, but I think that was probably the big thing in that fight, was just the wasted res. And hopefully we can see Expert now. They're playing off the point, which is really good, giving that space up so they can decide when to, when the fight's going to start, basically.
Here we go with 26%. They're checking that up, but here we go with Big. They're pushed onto the point. The Zarya ults caught them in the back line. They're falling left, right, and center as they've wiped out the back line here, Mick, and that's going to be a nice hold. Yeah,
we were talking already, or GyMaR was talking about the McCree and the Tracer pick. How do you see that playing out so far, GyMaR?
Yeah, well, now that Lush is playing that Tracer, the Kree on Spacey is really doing a lot of work, because that flashbang headshot combo can insta-kill any Tracer if you can land it.
The teams are looking at each other from across the map, but we've got Lush dashing in already, and they've pushed along here with Quat's Death Blossom. They haven't picked up anyone, but Space and CKM pick up kills. CKM picks up a double kill. They're pushing onto the Zarya on the outside. The rest comes in though in the background from Face, and they're capped it here in the background with members of Expert were up, and they've let the cap happen, and Kron is mad. He hit his primal rage, he's slapping people off. They're trying to recap. And he's hit 1, and it's capping now with Face backing up along with Quat. And what happened there, Mick, with the caps going back and forth?
Yeah, just not really focused on the point there. Quat tried to go really aggressive on the Reaper, got the ult off, but then Kron shielded him inside, he put the shield right around the Reaper, so just negated that whole Reaper ult. And then they won the fight, and then just left the point alone. And as we saw, the little sneaky cap coming out from Big, but quickly back in the favor of Expert again.
Very close here, 89% to 89%. Here we go. They're fighting on top of just outside the point here with the Lucio shield going down. Ready to push up on top of the ramp. We got the Winston here. Safari Winston jumps into the background here. The Res comes in here for the Res side of Team Expert. And we've got the Lucio on here from JT the Beast, topping everyone off, pushing them out of the checkpoint. Lush gets a double kill, and they're free capped here, 90% to 99%.
This is not a good position to be in, especially with Hobbs going to die so late here. They're going to have to play a 5-on-6 basically. Oh, he does able to fall back. That's a really big win for them. And yeah, this could go either way, although CKM gets picked off real early. Oh, so does Kron.
The overtime bar is draining away, and they're getting kills here as they're walking in. There's a Zarya to block them off, and they get the first point here, Big.
Yeah, I thought they looked good when the Lucio got out, but then it was kind of like CKM, I think, on the Reaper really tried to just get on the point to reset the overtime, but died for it. So, what did you think, GyMaR? What was the turning point for you in that one, mate? So back and forth.
Yeah, it was really back and forth, and I think both teams just really were able to win fights, and really, when it comes down to it, you've got to be the one to win more fights, and that was big today.
Yeah, the 5-on-6 is like, as soon as you can make it a 5-on-6, I feel like you've just immediately not won the fight, but you've got a really good chance of then winning the fight. It takes a really big turnaround to get that trade back and swing it back in your favor. But this point, as we all know, the environmental kills are really massive on this one, so we expect to see a lot of Lucio kills, I reckon, on this one.
Do you miss the days of double Lucios and double Winstons?
No, I hate that meta, so let's not talk about that anymore.
They're fighting inside that little cafe over here with a little health pill. So if we get some Reaper cops a flashbang to the face. Ultra picks up a kill though on that McCree. So they're still fighting here. No one's going towards the point. It has been unlocked. Teams are opting to fight outside the point as Big is forcing them back, and they only the Reaper remains.
Yeah, I'm just looking at now. They did make that early pick, and again, straight away, it felt like the call from Expert was to fall back and just give it to Big, which they did eventually, but it took them a little bit of time to follow that call. I really liked Wackady's positioning up high there, but just didn't get enough done. I don't think his Helix Rocks were too good there, so here comes the re-engage.
Yeah, re-engage. Indeed, they're pushing through here with Kron and Space in the front line. Space has opted to move back to the back of his team, but Lush Mush and Ultra all pick up kills here, and they've taken out the Mercy as she was trying to res the team here, Leo, and they're going back to spawn.
We're on the back foot here, GyMaR. This is it. It's a best of one. They've got the round to win. What can Expert do here?
I think really they just need to stop getting picked off really early, because that seems to be what's deciding these fights. Expert just seem to be losing plays way too early. If they can push as a team and get that first pick, then I think they can take this.
Now they have just switched off to Winston here as well, so we'll see if they can make that work with the Zarya shields really good. They go straight on the point, Bobby J.
Pushing straight on, and we've got them caught inside a Zarya ult with a Lucio over the top. And the Zarya ult is gone into a Death Blossom, a beautiful quadra kill from Black
Oh,
Bear.
that's so disheartening.
Unfortunate for them, and they've recaptured the point.
I think Leo popped his ult just a second too soon. It looked like he missed 2 players from that res. I could be wrong, but that's what it looked like to me. Really good synergy of ultimates there. We had the Lucio ult, the Zarya ult, and the Reaper ult come out from Big. And then Fail really try to get that good resurrect off, but I think he popped it just a little early.
CKM pushing out here. They've only got a couple of percent. They only got 15% to work with. So here goes Expert pushing onto the point. Winston leading the charge. Leo's dashed on there with the Mercy, but he's been caught out by JT the best. And the rest of his team's rallied on there, but the res comes in for Big. So they're all up here. They've got no Mercy on the other side, but the Death Blossom comes in as well. And they're still back and forth on here with the Winston shield put down. Rosh is on the outside with the Zarya, trying to get back in there. FaZe is still holding good positioning with Ultras 76 picking up people one by one. But Wackady picks up Quat's Reaper, and they've got recaptured here. Team Expert 99% to 3%.
I just saw a Lucio environmental kill. I was just enjoying the soldier fall off the edge. I think he got the Mercy as well, did he?
Yeah, he got the double. Did she drag down with him?
I don't know why. Yeah, she definitely went off the edge. So this is a chance for Expert. It's a chance for Expert now. They just really got to lock it down. They've got a lot of ultimates up. Zarya ult. No real damage force to go with it except the Tracer. Reaper's just used his ult in the last fight. So hopefully they get the Zarya Tracer ult and they can just win this next team fight.
You see Leo positions now with Mercy, giving his team the damage buff, as we saw with FaZe doing it with Quat and Ultra. So returning the favor, but Quat has the Zarya shield and uses the Death Blossom, doesn't pick up any kills. Lucio popped the ult in response for Team Expert as the Tracer Mine goes up, gets a double, but they're caught inside the Zarya ult. Rez comes in for Big Gaming. They're going to try and push on here. We're taking people down left, right, and center. Leo has got an ultimate, but he's coming back from spawn on the Mercy. And they've recapped here Big. Overtime's going. The bar's ticking down. I don't know if they're going to be able to make it back here, Mick. No, they're not going to be able to do it, mate. And Big move on.
Yeah, really nice play there from Big. I mean, it felt like the teams were evenly matched, but as soon as you get that 5-on-6 situation in King of the Hill, I feel like it's just a really big advantage as we go through the Plantronics play of the game. I got it right there.
Lush picking it up, and here we have the first checkpoint here on Ilios. It's a bit of a back and forth one, much closer than the second, as we have Tracer right in the middle of things here, Nick.
Yeah, he denied the McCree ult. I know McCree gets it refunded, and he also killed the Mercy there as well. So, wow, 73% kill participation. And Lush, like I said, he was the pickup from Aaron/MF's team, obviously doing a bit of work. I'm trying to think of who he replaced. I thought Ultra was their damage player, but I could be wrong.
Twitch chat, if you know who Lush replaced here, so let us know in Twitch chat. But it is time to select our Plantronics MVP for the match. The nominee will be going in the draw to win one of 3 Plantronics Rig 500 HD 7.1 gaming headsets. So you boys are going to pick a nominee each. If you pick differently, Crisis will come in and settle the difference there. So you're up first, Mick. Who was your nominee?
Let me go second. GyMaR, you pick first.
Well, I can't actually choose. It's between Lush or Q-Hat to me, so you can pick out of them, I guess.
Well, I saw Q had. I wasn't going to say either of those guys, so. Damn it. I'll stick to that, though. I'll stick to that. I'll give Sammy Tiara that one, so I'll give it to Quat. He's my old teammate, and he played well there.
Right.
Really aggressive Reaper ults. Unfortunately, didn't really get a lot done on them, but he did create that zone and obviously forced out a lot of ults. So he forced out the Lucio ult there on that last map. And yeah, I'll give it to Sammy.
So congratulations to Quat. Mick has thankfully
Call him Marcus. Call him Marcus.
Marcus. All right, Marcus. Congratulations to pick up your nominee here, courtesy of Mickzerofive and GyMaR. So I don't know if you like Marcus or not. Either way, I'm calling you Marcus. So congratulations, Marcus. And we're going to move on to round 6 shortly, which will be on Hollywood. We have a Big Gaming picking up that win over Team Expert on Ilios here. So they moved to 3-2, looking to pick up a 4-2 victory in the last round. So it'll be very interesting how things play out. We'll try and give you updates on all the scores in Twitch chat. So we'll see you shortly on Gamestah TV's coverage of the ZOWIE Gamestah Overwatch League qualifiers, week number 4.